haven't smiled once in any of these pictures.
Know why? My teeth. I had awful cigarette stains. I tried one thing after the other until I discovered Topol.
Topol?
Topol, the smoker's tooth polish.
It's made to help unstain teeth.
But will Topol protect your teeth like a fluoride toothpaste?
Sure, because now you can get Topol with fluoride if you want.
Think I'll get some for Bill before we take off on that 8-week training program.
Topol tooth polish helps remove all kinds of superficial stains, everything from cigarette to food stains. Topol's foaming action and polishing agents start to work immediately to clean your teeth and to remove these stains. Leaves your teeth white as they can be.
Ruth, you're back. How was the trip?
Great. Oh, and so was Topol.
Bill used it.
He loved it, and now his teeth are as bright as yours.
Get Topol, the smoker's tooth polish, now with or without fluoride.
Available at Good Neighbor Pharmacy.
Hi, folks. Kurt Folstead from Mighty Metro Dodge. Boy, am I excited. Out here in Anoka, we got that incentive money to pass around, and I've given orders to Larry Folstead, the new car manager, to make those deals, give those fantastic trade-in values. Here's some fine examples. The Diplomat four-door, delivered at $51.88. The Aspen four-door, delivered at $46.66. And remember, folks, before you buy, be sure you try a Dodge at Metro Dodge.
And Kurt Folstead, the real great guy.
In golf in particular, I guess, I could blame Mother. She said to me when I was in theology school, she said, you know, all you're doing is working. Why don't you go down and buy yourself a set of golf clubs? Went down, got myself a set of golf clubs, and started going out to the golf course. And in a few months, we bought Bob a starter set. Golf became a very important part of my life from that time on, and then it became more and more a part of Bob's life. What you are on the golf course, of course, is what you are as a human being.
Get the last word in sports with Bob Kurtz.
We're already talking with Randy Dietz. He's written this book, Dancing Disco, and it is a companion to the Emmy Award-winning television series, and it's the kind of thing Warren just can hardly wait to get here, right?
Right on. Randy, nice to have you with us. Thank you. How did you get to the point where you were considered really not only an authority, but an expert on disco dancing? What is your background in that area?
I've been teaching ballroom dancing for about 5.5 years. I think disco comes naturally to people that are used to dancing together, that have done some training in ballroom. My expertise is not so much in disco, but in the teaching of it, which are not necessarily one and the same. The best dancers are not always the best teachers, and vice versa.
I think dancing is a fascinating thing. Frankly, I love to watch dancing.
He's so afraid we're going to make him get up.
How can we respond to that? You know?
Listen, I want to show them this book because what's interesting, you know, so many people, like Warren, say, listen, I can't do it, and you can't tell me to count and do the steps. This book is full of, well, there must be hundreds of pictures, and for various things. Now, this is, for instance, called the progressive, and it follows it. Man, cross, right front, behind, left front, toe to heel.
Clear as mud.
Woman, cross, left front, behind, right front, toe to heel. And it goes, yeah, there, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to get the glare on it. And, I mean, you can hardly, every single step takes you through with a picture, Warren.
Good.
Randy, you brought along a videotape, is that right?
I did.
Wait a second.
That's right.
Oh, there's disco roller skating, too. Look at that.
Show him. Warren likes the good part.
Well, look at this. Disco roller skating.
Okay. Want to turn the page? I'll help.
Can you show that on the
station?
station?
Look at the tape. Here's our boy. Now, this is from the television series.
Yes. This is little bits and pieces pulled out of the series. We had a line dance, which we opened up with in the first show. People aren't doing line dances that much these days, but it's a nice teaching tool to get people relaxed and doing things together. This is the drop. It hasn't caught on here yet, but they're doing the dog.
Look at how easy that is, Warren.
And it's a very simple kind of thing. I'm holding a champagne glass. If I smoked, I'd have a cigarette in the other hand. Basically, you don't do much except stand there and bounce yourself down like a cotton candy salesman.
Well, I'm glad I'm not chewing gum.
Yeah. This young lady is 13 years old. She's the daughter of one of the camera people. And,
she's good, isn't she?
Didn't know that when we found her in a club one night. Teen discos are quite the rage all over the country. This couple, the gentleman is ballroom trained, she's ballet jazz trained, and you're going to see the transition from the Latin hustle into the jazz in just a second right here.
That's a cool move right there. What is that called? Does that have a name? That
I don't think it has a name. They're
Warren,
people that
don't
are
set your
used to
targets
performing, create things, and they're not always things that can be led or followed, so you don't see them on the dance floor.
Ooh, that's neat, that little step-over routine.
See, that's your trouble. You like this kind of stuff.
You're
Well,
right.
sure.
Most people do. But this is the kind of stuff that takes hours a week of practice.
It's fun to watch, though. It is, if you...
Do you realize if we had a bigger office in no time at all, we could be doing this? Huh?
I can see it now. I'd come in the morning, say, good morning, Ward. You'd say, hey, want to dance? Oh, I should live so long.
It beats coffee.
Look at that.
That's square dancing, believe it or not, thrown into the disco, but we won't tell anybody. And we wound up our routine that day with a little bit of jitterbug.
Brandy, you said something important before the show started, though. People see things like this, and they think, I can't go to a disco because everybody there is doing this. In fact, almost no one is doing this because the people who go to discos are not trained dancers. They're just there to have a good time.
That's true, and even those folks that may be trained to that level, one, don't have the space on most evenings to dance that way on the floor, and two, don't want to work that hard. And not all the time. That's hard work.
I've also figured out another problem that I have, Randy. I have never danced with a partner that looked like your partner.
Ah, well, it creates problems both ways. She's engaged to somebody else.
Listen, let's stand up and show them something very simple. What if somebody's sitting out there and saying, I'd like to just go to a disco and not be intimidated? Can we show them something real simple they could do in front of their TV sets right now, and they could get by with it?
We're assuming that folks are alone at home, is that correct?
Yeah, okay, well, or together.
Let's take a look at a couple of different things.
Okay. Are you going to sit and watch this,
Well,
Mr.
I have
Roger?
never ever seen three
You don't
people
have to move your
dance.
feet. You don't have to move your feet.
I've never seen three people dance simultaneously.
Okay. You can't go too far now. with
Okay,
your
I got caught
All
here,
right.
huh? All right.
Okay.
There's a thing called the dog, and this is a little bit, I think
Is
this
that
is
we both
probably
went the same
first
way?
on television. Why don't we face sideways to the cameras? Yes, we'll look at this
Okay,
way.
which camera are we on?
I don't
This
know
way?
where we are.
Okay, this is the dog.
And what you're going to do is very simply, I want you to, if I say flat back, do you know what that means?
No.
Okay, what I would like you to do is reach over like you're going for your toes, but just put your hands on your knees.
All right.
Okay, do that for me.
I won't stand
Can you
in
just touch your knees?
exactly
That's not bad. And then what I want you to do is push this part of your back down that way, like that. Okay? Now,
Well, you
what I want
stick
you to
your
do is
bottom
you
up
stick
in
your
the
bottom
air.
out. Yes. I want you to leave that like that and then stand up just a little bit, about halfway. Bend your knees. You see why we're doing this not facing with your back to the camera, right? And now all you're going to do is push your hips forward and your shoulders back and return to the starting position and do it again. This is
Somebody just tuned in. They have no idea
what's going on. This is a dance. It
This
gets
is
there.
a dance.
Okay. What happens is that you do that instead of slowly and painfully, you bounce forward with the hips sitting into the knees.
I got an idea. Let's put you in the middle. This is called the sandwich dance.
All right, and so what we're going to do is just going to bounce that way, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Ready? And
Okay.
go. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and 7. We're going to do the same thing, going down for 4 counts and up for 4 counts
we
with the
can do
pulse still
this.
going.
Oh, sure.
Okay?
Okay,
And
this way.
1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and up and 2
6
and
and
3
7
and
and
4.
8.
Yeah?
Hey, there's nothing to that.
See?
Is there something? That's the whole
That's
dance.
about all there is to it. People actually move sideways a little bit on one foot and run over to the other foot and push their hands back and forth, and you got it.
Let's see, that part where you jump up and you put your legs around my waist. How does...
You have to convince her that she's going to trust you.
Wouldn't you be surprised if I did?
Okay, and 1, 2, 3, go!
Wrap your legs around it so that he doesn't carry it.
Okay, on this happy note, Randy, it's really been a ball. I want to say thanks a lot. We continue with more of What's New right after this.
Pat, I just noticed.